Morning, guys. So yesterday I think you guys got a true look into what the poker life can really look like. It was so frustrating, and yeah, most days are like that. It was just bust after bust after bust, and reload and reload and reload, and seemed to never ever get anything going. But that's what we signed up for. That's what we're here for. We have to just keep trudging along, and hopefully we can run something up. As long as we keep playing the way we believe is the best way to play. There's not much else we can do. There are things in this game we can't control, and that's just life. Today we're at it again. We will be firing the 1500 6-max WSOP bracelet event, and that's the plan. There's no extra plan. There's no nothing. That's the plan. We're going to bag that tonight. We're going to win a bracelet tomorrow. Let's go. So it's the first break of the 6-max. Interesting start, really. We lost the first big hand we played where we 3-bet King Jack. We got a super aggressive table. We are playing 4-handed. 3-bet King Jack and Queen 10-7. Anyway, long story short, we end up doing like half our stack, which is okay. 2 hands later, we managed to double up. We got it all in pre ace queen suited versus pocket eights, button versus small blind. Found the ace, doubled up. Then we played this relatively interesting hand where we found another double effectively and knocked a player out. I will insert that hand here. So with blinds 300, 500, 500, we open under the gun +1 with 7-8 of hearts to 1200. The button re-raises us to 3000, and this is a hand we definitely want to see a flop with. Flop's pretty good. We flop a flush with a straight flush draw. And I choose to lead this flop for various reasons. Doesn't really matter why, but I choose to leave this. I'll choose to lead this flop. So I lead for 3000, and the villain does exactly what we're hoping. Puts it all in. Obviously we call. Turns a 9, and the river pairs the board with a 4. And we see that he had aces with the ace of hearts, so pretty lucky to hold up there. Maybe things are finally starting to go our way. So now with double starting stack, we're pretty much in a pretty good position. Our table's pretty good. It was all American, except us. And then after busting the player when we had the 7-8 of hearts, a new player gets brought to our table. He's a European reg, sits directly on my left. It's ultra aggressive guy on my right. It's at 300 big blind raises to 1100. I'll make it 3000 with kings. Then the European reg makes it 8000. We only have a 25k starting stack. I feel like I can get called by a lot worse if I just get the money in now. So gets back to me. I put him all in. He calls with ace king. He makes a straight. Anyway, we have 37,000 from our 25,000 starting stack. We should have 90,000 if we just hold up with the kings, but seems to be a relatively tough start to the day. However, we're still doing fine. We have more than average. We're good. Average is around 30,000. And yeah, we just got to keep going. And I'm sure at some point our 70-30s will start holding up. We have busted the 1500 6-max. I'm reasonably happy with the way I played. I played 10 levels. Didn't do any rebars. It's a nice change from yesterday. I ended up busting like 550th out of 1900 starters. I took on the approach of just playing super aggressive today, and it was going pretty well. Our table broke, we got moved to a new table. Pretty card dead for the first 30-40 minutes at this table. And then the guy on my right opened, I 3-bet. He 4-bet, put me all in. I called it kings, doubled up. And he was visibly tilting his head off for the next 4 hands, where he was just 3-betting, 4-betting, whatever, and kept getting, someone kept putting it all in against him, and he kept landing up folding. And then there came a hand where it went open, and he 3-bet the small blind again, and I moved it all in from the big blind, just thinking that this was him tilting and a spot where I could pick up a lot of free chips. I had pocket 5s, turns out he had pocket 9s, and that's all she wrote. We busted. I'm reasonably happy with it. The pocket 5s, and maybe I don't have to go that aggressive, but I play based on what I think's going on, and I thought the guy was just carrying on being like a lunatic like he was in the previous hands. Anyway, here's what it is. Now, I think we're going to play the Omaha triple. So basically it's a tournament that plays PLO, high-low, limit high-low, Omaha, and Big O, which is basically 5-card Omaha high-low. I think it'll be good to have a little bit of a change and see how that takes us. Not that experienced in the limit part of the game, the one game in the rotation. I did play this tournament 2 years ago, came like 40 something, I believe. So we're going to take a walk there now, have a look at the field, but I'm relatively certain I'm going to give it a bash, and we'll see what comes from there. Right guys, PLO didn't go away either, but it's okay. We try again tomorrow. Tomorrow there is a $600 PLO, and there is the $1,700 Circuit Championship event. I'm not sure which one we're playing. I'll let you know in the morning. For now, andiamo. Morning guys, back to the WSOP grind today. There's a $600 PLO deep stack tourney that we're gonna start now. It's bright and early, 10 a.m. start on time. And yeah, that's basically the plan. If things don't go according to plan, there's a 1700 Circuit Championship a little bit later. But our plan is at this point, bag the PLO. And yeah, hopefully we can run up some chips and find our second cash. It's been a bit of a struggle the last few days. Be nice to get something going. So it is the first break of the PLO. We start with 30,000 chips. I have around 90,000. Won a huge hand early where we flopped top 2 against pair aces and a bottom pair and an up and down. Bottom pair and the up and down actually turned 2 pair that was bigger than ours, and then we rivered a straight, which was nice. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be able to do hand breakdowns for you guys. It's a bit complicated when we have 4 cards, but I will work on that and see what I can do. Maybe I can try steal some footage of hands I play inside the tournament area. It'll make it a little bit easier. But as you know, I'm not allowed to film there, so it's tricky. Anyway, good start. We finally got a little bit of momentum. Let's hope we can build on that. So that turned around quickly. In the last level before late reg, we got it up to about 130,000 in the PLO, and then we lost a pretty brutal hand, which I'm going to do my best to insert here. Probably just going to be a graphic. Anyway, so we reload. Start with 30,000 chips again at 1,000, 2,000. And we actually pretty quickly split it up to like 80,000, playing like a little bit of a lunatic. Without going to a showdown, we get to 80,000. And then we get it all in pre with this hand. And bust again. So we reload, come back to blinds of 1,000, 2,500. First hand we sit down, we dealt in the big blind, we end up folding, so we left with 25,000. And this is the second hand we dealt. Long story short, we fired all 3 bullets we're allowed to. And that is the end of the 600 PLO deep stack. I am going to immediately go and register the 1700 Circuit Championship bracelet event. I can register now for like 40 big blinds, which is plenty. And let's hope the Hold'em goes better than the PLO did this morning. Okay, so those 3 levels went reasonably well. Start with 40,000, we got around 75, 80, somewhere there. Coming back to 2,500 big blinds, we got around 30 big blinds, which is plenty. And we doubled up with a big hand where we had pocket nines on 988 and got a guy to stick it in with ace queen. It's pretty good for us, at least. And then the last hand, we were up to like 110,000. The last hand before the end of the night, before the dinner break, we had a guy bluff us in quite a weird spot where I kind of knew he was bluffing, but the river card was just so bad that I couldn't call. Anyway, we're going back now. We still got plenty, and yeah, let's keep going and bag this up tonight, and tomorrow we can start another day 2 instead of looking for what we're going to play next. And we've reached the end of late reg. Coming back to 4,000 big blind afterwards, we're going to play 3 more levels of 40 minutes. Average stack is now around 115,000, somewhere there. We have 270. Going pretty well for a change. Playing quite nicely. I think I might have found my kind of zone. Pretty happy with my table. Yeah, if 270 is what we put in the bag, we'll be extremely happy, but hopefully we chop up a little bit for these 3 levels and then we bag up for the night, and tomorrow we come back, play our levels. Over 2,100 players in this field already. It's going to be a pretty big prize pool with a pretty nice first prize. Hopefully we can make this good start count. Okay guys, we finally got some good news. We bagged day 2 and we have another chance. There were 2,148 runners. There are 381 left. 323 will make the money. We are coming back to 4,000, 8,000 blinds. The average stack's 225,000. We have 231, so bag just on average. We had slightly more than average. Lost 2 or 3 hands in the last session. Nothing serious. Nothing really to talk about. But I'm just glad we got a bag. We got a chance. Tomorrow, midday, we go for day 2. And let's run it up. The levels become 1 hour tomorrow. Means we've got plenty of time. And let's run good. For now, I'm going to get some rest. Got about 11 hours till we restart. Still need to sleep. Yeah, let's see. Andiamo.